great to catch up with you, man. Thank you for reaching out. I'm looking forward to getting in to the new album. It's fascinating. We probably wouuld get along. I'm looking forward to getting into how that title. That is not a common title for a jazz record,
Yeah.
so I'm looking forward to getting into it. So thank you, man. Thank you for taking a
No,
minute out.
thank you. Thanks for taking some time.
Yeah. So, I know that before we've kind of talked and scaved over the pandemic and things that happened and changed our lives, but ultimately now, having this album out, the warm months are on us, there's touring, there's things going on. How good does it feel to be a jazz musician in 2025?
It feels great to play music. The work life it can be tough,
Yeah.
but I'm happy to be able to play every day. So I'm psyched about that.
So what's going on in your corner of the world? Is in North Carolina? Are there things picking up or, how's everything flowing? How's everything going?
So there is. I'm lucky enough to live somewhere where there are a lot of stellar musicians. So um, the great thing here is there's a really fantastic community of musicians that are great players. There is a lot of playing going on, but there can always be more. It's tough to book all the work you need to survive and make this your main thing. Um, but glad to live where I live and have the opportunity to play with all these great players.
So let me ask you this. So the brand new album, we probably wouldn't get along. It's originals, you're merging classic, modern, you're kind of getting a mixed bag of things that you've composed into it. So first and foremost, how did this title come about and how did you kind of decide the ingredients for this jazz soup?
Yeah, so the title is kind of close to my heart. I'm a person that's entrenched in my own way of doing things, and we probably wouldn't get along is a sentiment that I experience sometimes. Um, the album itself, this is the first time that I've had time to really play songs with the guys that are going to play on the album before recording it. Most of my previous work, I write the songs, we get together, play it in the studio, and that's the album. No rehearsal, nothing like that. So all of these songs I got to spend about a year with, playing out and playing with the guys that are on the record, and that was a really fun experience for me. And I think it added a little depth to the music that benefits benefits the record.
The one thing about you've been on here a few times, and I've looked at your evolution of being an artist and creating albums. How do you approach each successive album? Is it a level of snapshot in time, an evolution of you, incorporating new elements, refining older elements of your backbone, all the above? How does that work for you?
I think everything you said is right on. And a big thing for me, because I also record the music and do all the post production, um, is the mistakes that I made on my last record. I just try not to repeat those from a playing standpoint, a writing standpoint, and production standpoint. Like I just want to kind of level up the next album from the last thing that I did.
So what do you do on release day? I'm always curious. Whenever there's release day, do you wake up? Does confetti fall over all over your bed? Are there balloons in the living room? Like, I'm always curious. How does that transpire?
Yeah, I would like that to be true,
That
but
would
for
be
me,
cool.
yeah, it was great. Release day is like I'm halfway there because the promoting of the album is for me the hardest part. The playing and the creative side, that stuff is a lot easier from my perspective than the getting it out there part. So, release day is the start of the hard push, which I'm still kind of involved in now, and just trying to get people to hear it and check it out.
So talk to me a little bit about promoting the album. What are you doing for touring? The warm months are on us. How is all of this going to kind of unfold so if people want to catch you live, and even if they want to pick up a physical copy?
Yeah, so most of the promotion is being done online, just outreach to lots of distributors and lots of people that write or talk about jazz music. I'm playing a lot regionally. I'm located in central North Carolina, so we're playing several times a week. You can catch us around here. If you are a venue that is interested in having us, you can reach me at my website, danieldelorenzo.com. And all the music's available everywhere you stream, and you can get a physical copy from me by reaching out through my website, and I can put it in the mail for you.
The one thing too that we kind of talked about, we've scaved on, and I always like to ask the community specifically, how strong is this community in 2025? You know, coming out of the pandemic, getting back out, getting back on our feet, and just kind of looking at the evolution of this community. How strong? How do you feel now?
Well, fortunately, I mostly deal with the musician side of the community.
Yeah,
And I have to say, I'm lucky to be surrounded by people that have made this their kind of livelihood and the center of their attention. And like, I play with some people that really take this seriously and treat it with the utmost. And that to me is incredible. It's awesome. Um, I don't deal with as much of the community outside of the performing aspect. So, you know, so I can't speak so much to the rest of the jazz community, but people like you that are curious and asking about new music is like such a great thing to kind of help propel this stuff
yeah.
because with digital media and social media, it's incredibly hard to kind of cut through the noise just
Yeah.
because there's so much stuff happening all the time.
Well, I mean, I even think about my perspective of having a jazz show. There's so many out there. There's so
Yeah,
many albums. There's so much going on. And I guess it's just really all about doing what you do best, which is what you're saying, coming from a musician standpoint. The only thing that you can do is make the best material that you can make, and then you let the democratic process run.
exactly. Yes.
You know, that's
Yeah.
kind of the way it is. So, again, if anybody is Bandcamp the best place to get a copy?
Bandcamp, you can get it. Yep.
Okay. Okay. That
Yep.
is one of the wonderful outgrowths of the pandemic was that Bandcamp kind of became this flagship of giving back to the artists and really giving them a little bit of money because streaming doesn't, that kind of a thing.
For sure. And just having a hub where you can get all your music, because I have all my music available on my website, but like websites aren't visited as often
I
as they
know.
used to be. Yeah.
It's kind of like with the younger generations when you bring up like Facebook or Twitter or whatever, the younger generation's like, what? No,
Yeah.
we don't do that anymore. That's where we're at. It's almost kind of like CDs. Like I love getting CDs, and I have a 2013 car, and my son and I just nail CDs, and we're listening to them all the time.
Yeah.
But all of these newer cars don't have them. I mean, even all of the promo CDs that I get so many of them that I'll rip down the digitals that I want to use and hold on to, and I give them out at Halloween to kids, and they're like, "What is this? Like, what is this strange thing that fell out of whatever spaceship?" And it's like
Posters.
the compact disc, So it's wild, but so yeah, so I'll shuttle everybody in your direction. It's wonderful to catch up with you. I'm looking forward to profiling this on the program, and as usual, it's always great to catch up. Please continue to let me know when new material comes out, and we can get in here. And it's good to see you in full living color.
Awesome, man. Great to see you, and thank you again for having me. Awesome to
Absolutely,
catch up with you.
absolutely.
Jazz fans, Joe Domino here, the host of the weekly Neon Jazz radio show and regular interview series being produced and distributed from Lee Summit, Missouri. We are very excited to let you know about the second annual Lee Summit Jazz Festival taking place again this summer on June 28th at the Bridge Space, located at 210 Southwest Market Street in downtown Lee Summit. Following the success of the 2024 festival, the lineup will include Lee Summit students, KC Area Youth Jazz, Paganova with Michael Pagan, Horoscope with Stan Kessler, Brad Gregory, Adam Larson, and the Lee Summit Jazz Orchestra. There will also be food trucks and vendors to round out a day of celebration. Early bird tickets are 2 for $30, and all details can be found at lsjazzfest.com. We can't wait to see you there.